Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kitsap Quiz Night, our 90s edition. Is everybody ready to play trivia? I think there's some people out there that want to play some trivia, but we have an interview. Of course, we are doing the Local Legends podcast. You are so in for a treat tonight. We have an excellent interview. Before we get started with that, a few brief words about Quiz Night. If you want to get started early, we have answer sheets up at the sound booth, as well as a very special timeline that you've never seen before. I've never done anything like this. You're going to get 10 events that happened in the 90s. There are 10 dates, and you have to match them together. That's your first assignment for Quiz Night if you would like to get started early. In the meantime, I am absolutely blessed to be hosting another Local Legends podcast here. Thank you, Bill Mickelson, wherever you are out there. Smokestack is so important in our community. The arts calendar, the stories that are written in its pages are keeping arts going, the thriving heartbeat that is arts in our community. Thank you, Bill, for all that you do. And tonight, Local Legends, as I say each and every month, we have two local legends here that we have a great chance to interview here for the next 10 to 15 minutes. And they are Gordon Reinke. Round of applause. They both... And Bart Bruckman. Now, you may be wondering, who are these fine gentlemen? If you've been in Kitsap County a long time in Bremerton, they are probably not strangers to you. If you've been to a little place called Brother Don's off of Kitsap Way, they do a really amazing job, not only of having a community establishment where lots of people come, but Brother Don's has long been home to an incredibly amazing and rich music scene. People don't realize what we have in Bremerton and in Kitsap County with regard to our music scene. I'm incredibly grateful to both of you for maintaining that and giving vibrance and having a place where those musicians can come out and play. So thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Glad that you are here with us. The place I wanted to start, maybe, as we delve into the topic of Brother Don's, how do we not talk about Brother Don's without finding out who Brother Don was? How did Brother Don's all start? Gordon, you want to tell us?
There was a school teacher on the east side named Don Tompkins, and he got tired of teaching, and he thought, well, running a bar might be a lot like teaching. So in 1978, he purchased, Gaslight Pizza, where we're
Gaslight
at,
Pizza.
Right?
That's where Brother Don's is now.
Yeah.
Gaslight Pizza. Okay.
And he was the founder, and he was like the mayor of that whole area. I mean, everybody knew Don, and maybe I know there's a couple people that actually was taught by Don. Paula's one of them. Yeah, he was a great teacher and just a really great guy. Great guy.
Wow, and what do you think it was that made it come to be called Brother Don's? Was he kind of a brother or some kind of, like, why the name?
You know, he got it as a friar for some reason. The wine thing.
Yeah.
And that's the logo today. It's still a friar.
I love it. Okay, so I worked at the Kitsap Sun starting in 2005. I remember Brother Don's always being there, and I remember music being such an important part, and wrote several stories to that effect. What changed? And Gordon, maybe where we start with this is how did you come to Bremerton, and how did Brother Don's become a place for live music? I know that's a big question, but please.
Well, first of all, I grew up about 3 blocks from here on East 16th Street.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And, this was... first time I ever came in here, this was the East Side Tavern.
The East Side Tavern, yeah, absolutely.
And, I pulled my dad out of here late at night a couple times, too. But it was, so it was kind of a situation where I want to say I was kind of made to be in the bar business. It's something I like to do, and I owned a restaurant right next to Brother Don's at one time, and when Don decided that he needed a partner, I was lucky enough to be the guy next door and with him.
Yeah.
And the rest of the
There
question?
you go. Well, okay, let's enter Bart here to this equation. My understanding is you were running restaurants at both Stevens Pass and Crystal Mountain in the 1990s, which, of course, is our theme for Trivia Night tonight. But tell me how you get involved with Brother Don's and with Gordon Reinke.
Let's see, I met Gordon when he was 17 and I was 18.
Okay, we're going back a ways.
I took him back down to the ocean with a keg of beer in the back of my Studebaker truck. So that's how we first
And
met.
I thought I was a cool guy. I had to hold it all the way to the ocean so the beer didn't get shut. But I was with an older guy when I think I was a freshman, you were a sophomore or something like
So
that.
you grew up on East 16th, and so you grew up in Bremerton as
Yeah.
well.
He's a West guy, and I'm
Star,
a East
Star
guy.
of the Sea. He went to East, I went to West. He's
Wow.
a Stones fan, I'm a Beatles fan. He likes the Cougars, I like the Huskies. We're a lot alike.
How are you sitting next to each other right now? I mean, no, I'm kidding. But tell me about this first trip to the coast. What was that like?
It was Fog Fest, I think. Fog Festival, yeah.
Okay.
Kegs of beers, yeah.
All right. Awesome.
That's good.
So how do you connect in later life with Brother Don's? How's that happen?
I was, later on, I was in Yellow Page Internet, moved back up from Arizona, and Don needed a little bit of a hand, so I kind of jumped in. And later, Jeff Tompkins, who only worked there for 35 years, decided he needed to go to Arizona.
Only.
So that's how that happened.
Okay.
And as it works out, he's the brains behind the thing. I'm just the Walmart greeter and the speed bump, but Bart does, he's good at the paperwork and that side of it.
Gordon's the soul of Brother Don's. He does all the entertainment. He is the soul.
Yeah. Well, I know we focus on this, but there's something special in the community about a place where people not only come play music, but that there's open mic nights and there's a chance to be with your community. There's a chance to play music within your community. I think that's it's just so important. And Brother Don has obviously provided that for so many years. When I got to know you, Gordon, there was an open mic night that was happening, and I would like to just, for people who may be uneducated about this, what is the calendar of music that you can enjoy at Brother Don's from Sunday to Saturday? What's it look like?
We have 6 nights a week. There's music of some sort on. Monday night we have a jazz when we have a gentleman by the name of Chris Beakley that just does a wonderful job. He gets people out of Jazz Alley because it's Monday and they have nothing better to do. It's people that just love to play music.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
they'll come this far to play. Tuesday we have Tim Hall, which is a jam. It's a blues jam. Wednesday we have Drunken Golfers, so no music. Thursday we have Tammy Frost, who's there tonight. She's a local legend. It's packed. It's a good night. So Friday we do rock and roll, pretty much anything, or blues. And Saturday we do so the same, the local bands. And on Sunday we have Joe Faker, which has Alan Alto, which is pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a.
Al Alto,
Yeah,
I know him well, yeah.
One of our mottos is music often.
Yeah.
And Gordon has done such a good job with entertainment. West Sound magazine has named Brother Don's best entertainment for the last 3 years.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's great. And so in terms of what you see and what you hear around the community, what's the future look like for Brother Don's? I'm wondering, I recognize you could call it a bar, but it's more than that. It's a place where people come together. It's a neighborhood place. Cheers always comes to mind.
Well, and it's just like this place, Manette. I
Yeah.
mean, it's the same thing. There's about 3 or 4 of them around town. I'd say the 19th hole, Brother Don's, Tracyton, and the Manette. Those are just in the garage. I have to say something for the garage too, but it's just a place that people have to go. It's the local. It's like you said. It's Cheers. We probably, Bart and I, know 80-90% of our customers that walk through the door, and we greet them that way. And it's a small community.
Okay,
So.
and if you're the Walmart greeter, that leaves you with a lot of responsibility.
A
does it
lot
not,
of
Bart?
responsibility.
I just go in the morning and find stuff to do and cover when he's on vacation. We do have an amazing staff. They've been with us for a long time. How about a shout out for the Manette staff?
Yeah.
How about for the locals?
Love it.
And last week's winners, I kind of realized who that was when I got in here.
Well, it only goes downhill from here.
I don't want to go to those guys.
Yeah. So, you do amazing things, and I want to bring you back to the Smokestack. Have you noticed with the Smokestack, and I talk a lot about this, that the arts calendar, arts and entertainment, the Kitsap Sun, Mike Moore. I mean, there was so much there, and Smokestack has picked up some of that and has really run with it. And Bill Mickelson has created such a cool thing in the community. For you, how do we make sure that in this age of social media information, misinformation, disinformation, and we do have a great local daily here, the Kitsap Sun, but how do we make sure that people know how to stay connected, whether it's for any event, let alone the things that they need to experience music in their own community? It's so important.
I've talked to Bill about this. Being 72 years old, I remember the 70s and there was a magazine by the name of the Helix at UW. I just see Smokestack growing to what that was. I mean, all the younger people, college students, would get all their information from the Helix. And it was about hippies, it was about music, it was about drugs, school. And I just see the Helix Smokestack growing. I mean, 2 years ago, it was one page, and
Right.
it's
Yeah,
stuff
Bill's
like
done a
that.
fantastic job. I mean, we've all seen it grow, and it just gets better and better.
Yeah, I love it. I want to ask you one last question, which is, when you are in Brother Don's and something happens on the stage for music that just makes you go, this is what makes it all worthwhile. What is that thing for both of you that you see on the stage? What's the thing?
I think looking at our customers having fun.
Okay.
I mean, you see the band, and they're having fun, but the customers are really enjoying it.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, it's definitely the customers, what you see, just the pleasure in them. And there's such a wide variety. I mean, from night to night, it's a different set of people, and it's a place for them to come. It's good.
Love it. Well, I want to thank you both. If you have any, go Bart. You
How
do
about
your
a
thing.
hand for Josh right here?
Oh, stop.
And Gordon just told me. Gordon's got an announcement to make.
Free beer at Brother Don's for the next 10 minutes, if you can make it over there. It's
You gotta
another
love
big
it.
promotion from Brother Don's.
Well, let's give a big round of applause for Gordon and Bart, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. This is our 12th interview, if you can believe that, for Kitsap Local Legends. You can go to kitsapsmokestack.org or check your YouTube page or wherever you get your podcasts. We are live on there, so I hope you go and check those out, and we'll see you next for Kitsap Quiz Night. Thanks, everybody.